G'day guys, and welcome back to another Wednesday night live stream. So good to have you all here. Hope you had a good week and a safe week, and not too bummed out about all these bloody restrictions and the totalitarian lockdowns. It's just beyond ridiculous. So I hope everyone is safe and here to have a bit of fun tonight. So we have an interesting topic we'll talk about. A few interesting topics actually. So before we start, please hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. It'd be fantastic. So we'll bring Jason in here. Good evening, Jason.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the live stream. Looks like we're most of us are still in jail right now, so we can't go shooting. We can't go anywhere. We can't do anything. Yeah, it's pretty annoying, isn't it, really? I've just been doing some shopping online, buying a bit of just useless crap I just don't need. But, it's just like normal, I guess. So.
Yeah, why not?
So, yeah, it's good to have everyone in the stream back for another Wednesday. They're coming around so quick these days, especially when you're stuck at home. Most people know my thoughts on it. Not very happy with the situation, obviously. Want to get out. It's these conservative governments locking us down. What a fall from grace for old Gladys. Honestly, the only one I see actually talking the business is Alan Jones, and I don't always agree with Alan on a lot of things, obviously, but in this one, he's 100% right. But everyone else is a bunch of sissies, including everyone on Sky News, except for Alan. So, yeah, interesting.
Yes, definitely. And they said today, when I was at Bunnings, I said, when does all this face nappy crap stop? And she said they were informed today there is no end date anymore. Looks like masks for the foreseeable future will be permanent in Queensland.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, everyone thought, hey, like, had friends that were crapping on, if you get the jab, they'll let you out. And then, Gladys the turd has pretty much ruled that out, hasn't she? Saying, even if you get to 80%, if there's still high cases, well, you won't be getting out. So, yeah, unbelievable. It's treacherous. And what do? Most people got no power. At least some politicians are trying at least to create a little bit of a discussion around this stuff. But, mate, the rest of them, I mean, we were talking about Victoria. We saw what happened today. Yesterday, the guys from the LDP actually trying to do something, even though that won't achieve anything. At least they're sitting out the front of Parliament trying to draw awareness of the things that are going on. And, while all the rest of the people sat inside or we had our pro-gun parties, just to let you know, if you are from Victoria, you had the shooters and fishers voting to suspend Parliament with Daniel Andrews. So, again, this was after the omnibus bill, about a year or so ago, maybe give or take, maybe a bit less. So, I don't know I think Jeff swallowed a bit of Kool-Aid, I think, to be brutally honest. What's he getting back from Daniel Andrews? But unfortunately, he's proved to be a traitor to shooters, unfortunately, on two occasions now. So, very disappointing from the SFP in Victoria. Again, you've got one outside doing the hard yards, and the other guy inside voting for the the suspension of Parliament. Disgusting, unbelievable.
Well, they wanted the LDP said we should be in here debating and trying to get Australia and Victoria back on track, opening up businesses. That's what they wanted to talk about. And Daniel Andrews and Jeff Borman from the SFP said no, close Parliament down. They don't want debates. They don't want to be talked about. They don't want any doubt or at all. They just want to close it down. That's it.
I told people about this years ago, and they laughed and jeered. And, no, that's not what they mean. Oh, no, they've got the best interests of shooters at heart. Well, I hope people have learned a very, very valuable lesson from my discussions over the years. And, I think a few apologies are in order from a lot of different people. So, if you still support that type of behavior, well, you're not really a friend of mine, unfortunately. So, and never, ever support those guys again, not only for their stance on guns, but also their stance on what's happening around the country. And, hey, at the end of the day, put your vote on people if you're in Victoria, put your vote on the people that actually want to get you back to work, that want to get you working, get your kids back to school and all that sort of stuff. Well, he doesn't want any accountability for the Andrews government. I mean, can you believe it? As a shooter, you should be with the LDP and sitting out the front with them, but they're not. Anyway, desperate, despicable, the whole kit and caboodle.
Well, I've changed my view on voting now. It has to be pro-gun, and also get rid of all restrictions on all Australians when it comes to COVID. If you don't do that, even if you're pro-gun, you're nothing to me. If you want, you can be pro. I don't want to hear pro-gun people wanting Australia to be locked up. And I've seen so many people at home and messages from you guys struggling every day because you've lost your job or you're struggling to feed your family. If you're pro-gun, you got to get our freedoms back. Simple. No, there's no compromise anymore on that. If you support any form of restrictions, forget about it.
Like I just don't understand most people, the shooters that I speak to, even people on the stream, are not happy with what's happening in Victoria. I'm in New South Wales. I'm not happy. But yeah, I'm just surprised SFP would side with the Andrews government to suspend Parliament. But hey, comes down to it. Former police officer. What do you expect from a police officer at the end of the day? I mean, they're not really pro-shooting at the end of the day. The true colours eventually come out when they get back into Parliament. So yeah, hey, it is what it is. If you want to vote for them, go right ahead. That's on you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, just look what's happened to the guy we talk about each day that was Aussie Cossack. So,
yeah. Oh, yeah, the old Aussie Cossack. If you haven't seen him on YouTube, guys, jump on Aussie, one word, and then Cossack, Cossack, the old Russian dude in Sydney here. He's recording the police at every opportunity. And drawing attention to some of the, unfortunately, which is pretty sad for all of us involved, but the intimidation and the, harassing citizens. It's very disappointing. And, I mean, now that he's making a lot of videos and getting quite a large following on YouTube with hundreds of thousands of views, he's got a video to post, I think, in the coming week where the inspectors, they've raided his house and all this sort of stuff. That's what happens, guys. Unfortunately, when you make them look stupid and you put it out to the internet, they want to start raiding and they just can't let the ego go. They just want revenge, which is, again, sad for everyone involved.
Exactly. And I just want to say thank you to Brendan Davies for the super chat. What's up, guys? Good to see you again. We're all just plodding along here. Thank you very much for the super chat. And Matt Outdoor Adventures, thank you very much for the donation. Really do appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Front toward enemy said Cossack is a legend. Yeah, he's a funny dude. I mean, no doubt he's going out there it's all about his Australian flag. He's got an Australian flag going out of his sunroof. And, they don't really like that. And, so I think they've issued him 1 or 2 fines. But he said, I want you to be the first person to issue me a fine for the Australian flag.
Yeah, first person ever.
Yeah. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen, eh? But, sometimes they've targeted him. What's your YouTube channel? Like, what's the link so we can watch and all that? They're just taking the piss now, using our money to take the piss, how far we've fallen, how far we have fallen.
Yep, exactly. So, a bit of a shame, fish and shooters again. But nothing surprises me after my Facebook page got taken down by Facebook and all the messages I got from certain people out there. So nothing at all surprises me with them. They're no friends of shooters at all, if you ask me. No friends whatsoever. Just shocking.
Well,
people.
Let us know in the comments. I mean, do you think, again, don't listen to us, we're just idiots, right? Let us know in the comments. Do you think they should, Borman should have sided with sided with the Andrews government in suspending Parliament? Are you for that or against us? Let us know in the comments. We'll read out for and against. We always like difference of opinion. So, let us know if you're a person that's, do you agree to suspend Parliament when you got these 2 other guys that are actually pro-gun out there sitting outside trying to get your kids back to school? Let us know in the comments what your thoughts are.
Yeah, they just signs saying open up the parks, let the kids play, which I couldn't agree more. You can't keep kids locked up, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think they elected the wrong person. I did like Daniel Young. He was pretty good before they shafted him from the party too. Would have been better if they probably would have been him as opposed to Borman. But unfortunately, that's not the case now. It is what it is. But let us know in the comments. A lot of people saying no. No accountability. No. Andy 12347. No. A lot of no's here.
If it was the Chinese flag, they wouldn't bat an eyelid. And thank you very much. Front Towards Enemy Retail Therapy Fund. Thank you very much. Thank you. So yes, no, just an absolute joke. Here we go. Peter Borman shafted Daniel Young.
Yeah. Well, again, I hope it's all on display for everybody to see what I've been saying now for at least 5 years to jeers and boos. And you've now seen it in action. How many times do you have to see it before you'll change your mind? If you don't at this point, I mean, you just can't be helped. And you deserve bad gun laws, and we deserve what we get at the peril of Daniel Andrews based on this suspension of Parliament in Victoria.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting in the next few weeks. See if anything's going to be opening up. That's for sure.
Yep. Any super chats to read out, or should we do the roll call? What do you got there? Anything?
Yep. Do the roll call. Yep.
All right, let's go. So, sorry, you guys, I'm just going to scroll back to the top. You've all been doing a lot of work there in the comments. Holy crap!
Oh yeah, hang on. Here we go. GC, New Zealand's locked down after one case. What a joke. Like she's trying to keep up the Joneses. That Horseface Ardern or whatever her name is. One case and they shut the country down. How pathetic. 4 or 5 million people locked up because one person got sick. Got a bit of sniffle from China.
Yeah. Here we go. So remember, guys, if you're not in the live stream, you'll need a note from your wife or significant other, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it may be. So we've got TC Fan in the chat for one of the first comments. So welcome. Peter from the NSC, Epic Flyer. SA Feral Shooter is also in the chat again. He's got a great YouTube channel, so you can check his out. He just does a bit of hunting. Likes to smash the old bunnies at long range, just like me, so you can check him out too. Who else we got there? Sorry, everyone's having a chat. Aaron Johnson. We've got Colin Penfold, of course, a very regular since the very beginning. Who else we got here? Again, I've read those out. Sorry, there's a lot of people having a chat in the comments first off before we even started the stream. Alex Lopez. Oh, our buddy Tech Support is back from the old Indian call center. Not really, but his name is Tech Support.
Are you playing your ears correctly?
Oops, you're playing something there, dude.
Yeah,
you've also got Harps 666. We've got Alex George. We've got, I think I read Alex Lopez's name as well. Who else we got here? Scrolling down. Phantom HD is also in the chat as well. Sorry, a lot of you guys having a chat. Kubalay Killick. Hopefully I've got that right. I'm not sure if I do, but I'm sorry if I didn't. Is it Kubalay? Yeah. Sorry, I'm not sure if I've got it right there. Who else we got here? Sorry, you guys having a lot of chat in the stream. Bagara, HMR operator, Southern Star Review, who was on our live stream last week. He was live on the show with us having a chat. Stan, long range pensioner Mance, back in there. Scott Styles is in the chat. I haven't seen you before, Scott. So if you have been, I'm sorry. You just got to be in here regularly. So we start to get used to the names. We've got Lone Wolf, Mr. Wonderful. Who else we got there? Already read TC Fan. He gets a second shout out. Mitchie 116, Dirty Fox, Fox 860. We also have Andy 123477, aka the Tyrant. Daniel Andrews in the chat with us. Ready to lock down. Remember, guys, it's only 7 days. Now it's 4 weeks. Overland and 4x4 Australia. Welcome. Our buddy is a regular. Chris Miller as well. Another buddy from Victoria. We're going to shoot all his deer if he lets us. Ticketart. We've also got Front Toward Enemy, who just did a super chat a bit earlier. Who else we got? We got Rose 123. We figured out Rose is not Rose. That's I think his daughter set it up for him. But that's his name on here. Hunters and Shooters Society of Australia. Ben Taz, Jeff H, the Bushranger Brotherhood of Victoria, Officer Thor. I haven't seen Officer Thor. Sorry if you've been in the chat, but yeah, come regular and we'll remember you. What's this one? Oh, shit. Arbit Macht Free. I don't know what the hell that means. Maybe some German thing, is it? I'm not sure if it's a German reference. Tube User C1 back in the chat. Thomas Wackarow. We've got National Shooting Council. Benin Lapworth is back in the chat. Matt Outdoor Adventures. Nick Blackwell. Cliff Lee. John Kerslake's back in the chat as well. Welcome, John. Matt Cato, another regular as well. Who else we got? Scrolling. And you guys are really gone crazy on the thing. I think I'm not going to get eventually to the live stream of all the people because there's so many in the chat now. Ben Taz, I think I already read his, but Snake the Peg. Who else we got? Sorry, guys. Chris Rouse. We've got Chris Rouse. Rob's Woodworking. Rob Sweetstar. Chopper73. Our buddy who came on last week, Neil Constantinow. He was our last call in from our last week live stream. M. Trundle. N. Salty. Kieran, 1999. Sherry Richardson or Cherie Richardson. Sherry. Sorry if I've got that wrong. Cherie or Sherry. My apologies. Aaron Johnson, I've already read out. Ronnie Blackhawk. Ronnie Blackhawk. JR. We've also got, who else? Mick Beckers. Not sure if I read Mick out, but welcome, Mick. Tezza Shooting Ferals is also back in the stream. I guess he loves shooting ferals, which is absolutely fantastic. Matt, 1976. AJ Daz, also back into the chat as well. Who else? Sorry, guys. I'm just scrolling out. You guys having a great run tonight at comments, that's for sure.
Oh, there's hundreds and hundreds of
Big Brain Game Time. I like that name, Big Brain Game Time. That's another good one as well. Already read out Andy 1234777. He gets a second shout out for the extended lockdown. You bastard. Who else we got here? Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to go through a few more. Chris, legendary. Welcome back to the chat as well. Deplorable Oz, Peter Robertson. I've already read Front Toward Enemy. He gets a second shout out for being was he a first super chatter? I think he was.
Yeah, I think so.
What we got here? So I'm about to finish up in a sec. We're almost there, guys. I think did I read out Retro 8477? I'm not sure if I did, but he gets a second shout out as well. Who else we got? We're almost there. We've got AB in the chat as well. Never seen AB. Sorry if I have before, but sorry about that if you have. Captain _565. Welcome to the chat as well. We've got CG is in the chat as well. Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of return people. Dave Hubner, Dat Dank Bloke. Well, he's pretty dank, that bloke. Sonic Boom back in the chat. Sean White, Stu O'Brien. Got some good ones here. Mickey G, Matt Rumsey, Farmer Dave. Man, you guys are all coming in at the end, guys. Antonio Bianchi. Sorry if I've got that wrong, guys. I really do apologize. Rusty Nails 0. Robert Beatson. Welcome, Robert. I haven't seen you in the chat before. Peter Sadout. Yeah, okay. That's it. Yeah, but that'll do, man. I think. Sorry, guys. We always like to give people a shout out, but now that it's getting bigger and bigger each week and each month, it's getting hard to. We might just have to limit it to the first minute or so to read people out. But if I missed anyone, I do apologise. Get in early so we can read your name out. If you weren't early in, get in there early next week.
Okay, thank you to Alex Lopez for the $30. Hopefully you'll get that Tika soon, Aaron. I am not allowed to talk about Tika tonight.
He loves them. He's a good man.
Sonic Boom, $2. Thank you very much, mate. On your lads. Thank you, Sonic Boom. And our friend Lockie McFarlane, thank you very much for the donation. Really do appreciate it. So, guys, tell us, what did you think about last week having people on? We enjoyed it. It was good to finally put some faces to the names that we've been seeing over the last year. Did you guys enjoy it? And do you want to see more of it? We got a lot of positive comments back, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. It was good getting people on, hearing their different opinions, and it was good to see. What was his name? Was it Pat? Pat from West Covina Dodge from over in California. Yeah, it was good to have him on. He seemed to know his stuff, and always good to get people from international. It's always a bit different, and hopefully we can do that again in the future. Yeah,
well, talk about guns. What about all the stuff that old Sleepy Joe Kitty Sniffer Biden has left for the Taliban over in the US? Whole smorgasbord. Gee, we need to move over to Afghanistan, I think, to get some real guns.
Well, I think his presidency's finished, I think. When they saw dead people, or not, they weren't dead at the time, but people falling off the plane as it was flying away, man. Wow, that's that. I think he's going to be in a world of pain. Fuel prices are up in the US massively. Not a good start. Even the MSNBC, CNN couldn't help but shred him. They were trying to be as nice as they could about it, but some of them just went, absolutely ape shit on him on TV. So, what a massive failure, a huge failure.
Yeah, it's the end of him. Yeah, we got Thank you for the super chat, Robert. Hi, I have a category A and B firearm license in Victoria, and I am looking to buy a straight pull shotgun, but not sure if they're going to be changing them to CSO. Should I buy or wait? I don't know. CSO, what's that, Jason? Is it another category or?
I don't know, man. Not sure, but just go buy one.
Yeah, just buy one. I think they've pretty much given up on all that. Yeah, we haven't heard anything else about that. But there is something.
Never say given up, sir. Never. Nah. They never ever give up. Just go buy one. Deal with it when it happens to it. Until then, don't worry about it, man. But
yeah, exactly.
If you're looking for advice, I mean, there's a lot of good ones out there. Just try and buy one that's at least proven to work. It's okay if it works a couple of times, twice a year. But if you're going to put a lot of shots out of it, you 5, 10. 10,000 shots a year, you want to make sure it's not going to break down. And, if it does break down after the warranty period, you're going to be left with a big pile of crap. So just make sure you buy something decent.
Exactly. And Epic Flyer, g'day, my Sulan TAC 12 finally arrived. Attached a Magpul RLS sling, and it looks good. Yeah, awesome guns. If you've got to buy a straight pull, guys, some of the best are the Franklin, the Franklin Arms one, the Sulan TAC 12, of course. I do love that double barrel straight pull that I got. I think I do find that a lot of fun, even though it weighs a ton. And the Predator MagFed, they seem to be the ones that I'd probably go for.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there's some good ones out there. Again, really good if you. I was always saying it in some of your videos, but if you get the ones that are good and that you great for the back of a quad, great for the back of the car. Run around, shoot, put them on the motorbike, whatever. That's where they really come into their own when you really need those extra shots, especially if you're chasing pigs and that sort of thing, and you're in that sort of country. They'll do a good job for you, and you can smash a few pigs with them.
Yeah, exactly. And here's a good one. Snake the Pig, thank you very much for the super chat. You should review a Hainel Jaeger, a bit cheaper than Tigers and a bit better. No one's heard of them though. Oh, well, I own and hunt with a Hainel Jaeger. I've done a review, but it was on the old channel before it was taken down. I've shown it quite a bit. It's fluoro orange. That sort of, I don't know, what camouflage do they call that? The orange blaze camouflage. That's it. Yeah. Same as my bow. Same pattern as my bow. Fantastic. I can tell you now, it is super accurate, and it is cheaper than other Tikkas. But I love it. European. It is just one smooth 308. So definitely, if you do like the Hainel Jaegers, definitely take a look at them.
I mean, how much are they worth? There's a lot of guns in that price range that'll do a lot of these guns, really technology today, like a lot of these guns are really going to do the job for you. There's a lot out there. Pick something that you can afford, go out there, enjoy it, shoot it, whether it's this one, whether it's two. Again, heaps of companies out there that we do. So, yeah, buy something you like, mate. Go with it. Don't let someone change your mind. That's the thing. If I've been to the shops before and we'll have my heart set on something or a caliber and they try and, we don't have that one, but you would try this one. I go,
yeah, good. We got it in. We have this one because we got it in stock. This is better because we have it right now. Yeah. And you can buy it.
Exactly. Yeah.
The Hainel Jaeger, it was about $1,000. I think I paid for it back in the day. It was about 5 or 6 years ago. I think it's about $1,000.
Yeah,
not bad for a German-made gun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I think I shot that one of yours that time. It was pretty good too, man. A lot of good guns out there.
Yeah, I used that with alongside my 3006. So yeah, no, I do like it. So yeah, definitely. If you want a good European gun, that I do recommend those. That's for sure.
Yeah. Exactly. Buy the best you can afford, Matt Cato said. Exactly. Yep. Buy what you can afford.
And here's Thomas. Hainel is a really old German company and have always had an air rifle pellet sold here. Always had air rifle pellets sold here in the 70s and 80s. Yep, they are a great German company. What else are people
John
saying?
Kerslake said he's very happy with his 308 Ruger Scout. That won't read that one comment out. That was funny, that one, but
I'll read it out.
No, we can't on that one. Me too. Made the. I'm just trying to. I guess everyone's really crazy on the which is good on the comments tonight, but they just keep flicking so fast as well.
Before the show even starts, there's like
to clean them.
400 comments.
Yeah, which one is Overland 4x4? He said, haha, yeah, it takes 4 hours to clean them. What, the straight pulls or depends, you know? I mean, not too hard. I've got a straight pull too. Shotgun, it's not too bad. Like I said in previous streams too, if I was going to get one, if you're right-handed, get the left-hand version because normally I'm shooting like this and you got to take your finger off the trigger to pull forward and your arm, that movement there pushes the gun forward when you're trying to pull it back, bang, and you're trying to find the trigger, where it's better if you go bang, bang, using your left hand. So get the left-handed version, which is better for right-handed. I wish I'd have did that myself, but I didn't. It's not that big of a deal, but I just think it would have been a bit better. But you got to be able to carry the weight if you take your hand off the forearm too to cycle it back. Just something to think about.
Yep, exactly. Here's Epic Flyer. I'm getting the EOTech for my TAC 12. Reason being, I struggle with looking through a red dot and the mild green-red blind person. You can adjust the brightness and have a more bolder reticle. Would you agree? Well, here's the one, the EOTech knockoff, that's going on my Sulan arms. I just have to go put it on when I get some time. The $80 knockoff that one of you guys actually sent me a while ago. So we're going to see if that'll hold up. I've heard good things about the knockoffs, but it's not. Yeah, you can't go wrong with the OTEC. They are rugged, absolutely rugged. The original ones, not the knockoffs. I'm not expecting it to last more than a few shots, I reckon.
Yeah, exactly. What's Cliff said? Cliff says got his firearms license renewed now and can't get a photo done. New South Wales government said come back in a month before your current license expired. Yeah, Service New South Wales is, oh God, it's just absolutely terrible. They couldn't organise a bloody piss up, unfortunately. But
we sent our own photo.
Really surprised that government agencies not performing at the moment. We shouldn't be surprised, should we?
Yeah, well, we send our own photo in here in Queensland. We just email it in. I took mine on my phone and just emailed it in. Sean, what is the knockoff called? There's no names. It's just a complete copy of an EOTech. There's no name on it. It's just what they call.
I mean, so long as it doesn't get knocked out of like zero or that it doesn't get knocked out somehow, it should be okay to use. Provided it doesn't get knocked out, it should be fine.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Matt Cato said, have I bought any new scopes lately? No, I haven't. Well, not at the moment. I've got, as I said, what have I got in there? A Vortex, I think, in there. I've got a PST, a couple of Leopold VX5s. Like they're just sitting in the gun safe, man. I haven't even got guns to put them on. I just went a bit crazy one time and, got some good deals. And I thought, they'll come in handy later on down the track as well. But, I think they were the 3 to 15 by 44s. And the Gen 2 is that 6 to 24 or by 50 or 5 to 25, 50? It's one of those anyway.
I think it's 25.
Yeah, 5 to 25, yeah, which seems okay. But I'm tossing up between a few things. I've got a few scopes running now just to see how they perform, compared to, I've got a couple of different ones, a couple of Citrons. I've got a Night Force SHV. I've got a couple of different ones. I really like the Citrons, the S3s. They've been pretty good to me. Good glass, well-renowned. But again, it depends on what you're going to do with it. I went away from the 34 mil tubes just because I think I don't really shoot that long a range. And even if I do, there's plenty of elevation in 30 mil scope with, a good quality scope with a good 20 MOA base to get well out beyond a kilometre. So there's no problem there. And I just think a bit of a smaller footprint in the 30 mil instead of the 34 as well.
Yeah. Yep. Well, actually, Rex Reviews put an interesting video out today saying
saw that.
A scope shortage coming.
No, glass.
Yeah, and he said, you'll be surprised. Most glass comes from China. The actual glass, no matter on what scopes you buy, most of it is sourced from China now.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because when I did that, I did an interview with a guy from Leica ages ago, and about a year ago now, maybe something like that. And he said most of it comes from shot, but who knows these days? But he actually did say that the Chinese are becoming very good on glass grinding and coatings and so forth. I don't know if they grind yet. I'm not 100% sure if they do, but from what I recall, I think he said they do. But most of it's in the coatings as well. So you got to teach the Chinese guys that do it to how to grind properly and then apply the coatings. I reckon coatings is like 50% of it. He said if you don't have the coatings on there, then you only be really looking like through 50% of it, and the rest would be just no good. So it's all in the coatings apparently. But very interesting stuff, and a very, very interesting podcast too. So you can go back and listen to that if you haven't, and get some good ideas about glass and scopes and how it's all manufactured and different grades of glass and so forth.
Yeah, it was a great podcast. That was probably the second best one you've ever done compared to my one. My one.
Yeah, very modest, aren't you? Very modest, sir. Very modest.
Exactly. Jacob here says, who has an Adler B230? Are you happy with it? Geez, after my Adler lever action, which was possibly the worst gun I've ever owned. I don't think I'd touch another Adler in my entire life. That's the straight pull version I think he's talking about. But
you had the lever,
Yeah, the quality, just awful. Really was. Yeah. You can see why they started throwing them out for a few $100 at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, there's probably some people that had, Austin probably still got it now and put 50,000 rounds through them. I guess it's luck of the draw with those cheap ones. It's like any cheap gun. It sometimes is luck of the draw, isn't it? You get a good one and the next 10 are no good, and then you get a batch of 200 that are no problem, and then, then you get some lemons like anything, like cars, I guess. But I guess when, the cheaper you go, the more lemons you do get. I mean, what are they, Turkish, aren't they, made in Turkey or whatever? So... I had one of the ACA side-by-sides, and as I said, fit and finish, I've said this before, it was wonderful. But mechanically, God, it was bad. I tried to, I'll give Naira that. They replaced it and then eventually refunded my money, no dramas. So got to give credit where credit's due there. But, mechanically, it was just rubbish. And, I'll never go to cheap shotguns ever again. Don't skimp on shotguns, guys. I mean, Miraku MK70 is the minimum I would go. They're pretty still awesomely priced these days as well, compared to what they were 5-6 years ago. Like I think I bought one back then ages ago. It was about 1,800-1,900. Now you can still get them 1,650. Last year they're about $1,500, and if you got a special, you could have picked them up for 1,450, 1,400, depending if they were getting rid of a few. So definitely a good gun, that MK70.
Yes, GC Franklin shotguns are on sale for $4.99. Well, because they were about $7.99 when I did the review.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, we'll talk about thing, but you got some shout outs for advertisers, I think.
Yes, we do.
You probably forgot about it, didn't you?
No, not at all. Not at all. Just waiting for you to stop talking.
Yeah. I can see that little face of yours looking down there, that little sheepish face where you did forget about it.
No, not at all. So I want to thank OSA Importers for bringing us the stream tonight. They're a big supporter of the show, and we would like to thank them very much. As you guys know, if you enjoy shooting Hornady, Sierra, Buffalo River, they import all that stuff, and also Sauer, Mauser, two of my favorite guns actually, and they do the Miraku shotgun and a lot of more products. So definitely go over to their website and see what they sell. And once again, as Jason and me always say, always support the people that support us, because they actually think something of shooters. If they don't, not worth supporting them. So have a look at them. And also NSC, the National Shooting Council, as everyone will know, they are a genuine reason in Queensland, New South Wales and Victoria for your gun license. They are out there fighting on the front line for our rights. In my eyes, the only organisation that have ever done anything worthwhile. They are fighting for us, so your membership fee is going to something good. So you can actually see where your money's going. It's just not all hidden or squandered away or anything. They're up front, and you can see them getting our gun rights back. And they've got some big, big things coming in the next few weeks as well. So thank you, NSC, for supporting the channel and tonight's live stream.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you've joined the NSC and you like what they're doing. Some people say I'm glitching. I can't see it on my end. I don't know if Aaron can, but I've had intermittent internet for the last couple of days. They were doing something yesterday, and it was just fucking shocking yesterday. So sorry, guys. That's what happens when a live stream, when you don't do it live. So sorry if I'm lagging and that sort of thing. So Dirty Fox said he put a deposit on his Zeiss V4 624.50. Nice. Going on a 223, so that's good stuff.
That's what I have as ice on my 33 and absolutely love it. So Aussie Rum Pig, thank you very much for the donation. And our friend Mr. M. Trundle, Top Show Boys, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Yes, Zeiss is a good brand as well. You shoot a Zeiss as well, don't you?
I got one, yeah. Rose, he got an ACA. He says he's got an ACA under an oven, loves it. Yeah, yes, you were lucky too. You know what I mean? I just wasn't so lucky. Like I said, there's always duds in every single firearm manufacturer. It's just how it is. Hopefully you don't get one of the duds, but you know, sometimes when you buy at a price point, it's hit and miss, as you do know, like anything that's on the cheaper side. But hey, not necessarily on the more expensive side that you're not going to get a lemon too. That definitely happens as well. Even when you pay for really expensive sort of firearms or scopes, things can happen.
Exactly. And Aussie Rumpig says, would a AR-15 with a Kelly key be legal in Australia under an AB license? It makes it into a straight pull. Not in a million years would they let you a modified AR-15 to be in your hands. Not in a million years. The only reason that some of these straight pull AR-15 clones are actually allowed to be sold is because the insides cannot take anything AR-15. They can't take a gas tube. They can't, they can't be modified into it. You can't drop any AR-15 guts into it, just the trigger alone, I think. But you cannot turn it into a semi-auto whatsoever with these AR-15 straight pulls, the ones that are made here in Australia. So, no, they would never, ever, I'd put my house on it that they would never allow an AR-15, which is modified by a part that drops into a gun, to be allowed here.
Jacob Ford said, I'm pretty sure it's illegal to say AR-15 in Australia. Yeah, it's not. It's not surprising, and yeah.
Well, we know someone who was on social media years ago who the police were taking a look at because he's a Cat D showing it off online. Nothing wrong with that. He's a professional pest controller, and they were making a big noise inside the police department about him because he was normalizing semi-automatics, and they don't want that to be out there.
Yeah, nah. Just be careful, everyone. Like we always say on the stream, follow the laws as instructed. Try and do the best you can, and you know, make sure you follow the laws. You don't want to lose your gun license over something silly. You know, we fight until we can hopefully get the laws changed at a later date. Until then, you know, follow all laws. We're about law-abiding people and trying to do the right thing to look better. But you know, yeah, it can get a bit frustrating at times. We do know that it's frustrating when gun bans come up, and but you know, you still don't want to lose your gun license in Australia because it's very hard to get back these days, and it's easy to lose. You know, they're doing it for traffic offences now and so forth, and all this stuff. So yeah, just take it easy and follow the laws.
That's for sure. And our friend John, if every shooter was a member of the NSC, the sky's the limit. We would have to would have our semi-autos back. Well, yeah, well, if they were around at the time of Johnny Halfwit banning everything, I don't think we would have had as many gun bans, or if any at all, if we had had that at the time. It would definitely be the only competition standing up to them back in 1996. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. And we've been saying for a couple of weeks now, you know, we're pretty much our own worst enemy over the last 25 years. You know, we've got other organisations that aren't out there fighting, and worried about, you know, the way they look, or whether they're worried about ranges or range funding, or it doesn't matter what it is, you know. And you know, we needed someone to take the government sort of head on in regards to these legislation, but unfortunately that didn't happen. So it's been allowed to go on. So really, we're our own worst enemy at the end of the day, and our lack of action has unfortunately put the restrictions on us that we've got today. And you know, when there were a lot better people around back then that still, you know, weren't very happy with the situation. But ultimately, you know, a lot of our organisations, even our political parties, have morphed into this. Well, yeah, you're not going to get them back. So, you know, they don't have the guts to say it in public. They want these firearms back. They won't say about suppressors or self-defense or anything like that. And so what's the point of voting for you then? I don't want to vote for a Nationals 2.0. I want to vote for a pro-gun firearm party. That's what I want.
Exactly. And thank you very much, Southern Star Reviews. It was great talking to him last week as well on
Yep.
having people on. It was awesome. Thank you for the donation. So, guys, tell us in the comments um, when we have another one of these, who else is going to get on the air with us and talk to us face to face? That's what we want to know. So, who
Yeah,
is
we
going to
want
jump
more
on next
people on the
time?
stream. And we know it's a bit nerve wracking and it's like doing us every week, but you just get used to it. And yeah, we'd love to hear your opinions on one of the next streams where we get people on. Maybe we'll do a bit of a mixture as well. Maybe we'll do a story and then we'll get a few people on. And yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, we'll mix it up a bit, that's for sure. Oh, here we go. Time for the siren from the Bush Ranger Brotherhood of Victoria.
For Aaron or me? It's
Yeah,
Aaron, surely, please.
who deserves the siren? Which one?
Come on, Bush Ranger, please say Aaron. Please, please, not me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And thank you very much, Cube, for the donation. Really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. So, hate to talk about. Jason brought up a thing on the phone to me today, which was quite interesting. But hate to talk about the COVID stuff. I know everyone is over it, but just the flow-on effects of COVID. You're talking about the duck hunting on the property you go to, and he's doing rice this year, and he's got 4,000 odd ducks on his rice
Yeah.
paddies, and he
Yeah,
can't get anyone up to from Victoria and
Well,
New
not
South
hang on,
Wales
hang
to
on.
get 'em.
Let's back that up a bit. Well, the rice won't go in until October, but
Yeah.
on his main supply dam, he does have, about 4,000 ducks, he said. And this guy hasn't grown rice for about probably 3 years now, maybe somewhere around there. We normally stay at his property, but we go out on other people's properties. And he rang me that day. He goes, "Oh, how's it going up there?" And I said, "Oh, not too good." And he goes, "Oh, I hope you can get down, but it's probably not looking like we're not going to be able to do it this year." So, and, really November's the latest you can sort of go. Otherwise, it just gets way too hot. It's stinking hot, man. And, it's just absolutely horrible. So I'm hoping we do. But, with Gulag Gladys in charge, would not much help.
Yeah, just interesting. You didn't just think about, excuse me, other businesses and things. Just the absolute
You
flow-on
okay?
effect.
You okay?
Yeah, I had some tacos before and caught in my throat, and no, just the flow-on effects. It's just amazing, isn't it? Poor rice farmer can't get shooters there, and if he plants his rice, he may lose it all.
Hey, and even if it's not bad in Victoria in November, getting people over the border, do they have to have a permit? What's going to be the situation? They're probably going to say it's just not worthwhile this year. So then the farmers are going to suffer, which is disappointing. Yeah, I know everyone's pointing out my internet sucks. On my end, it's clear as day, guys. So I don't know what's happening on the stream that's being put out, but Aaron's connection seems clear and mine seems good too. So sorry about that. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, you're breaking up on my end as well. Andy, 123, Mr. Andrews. No duck hunting. Got to keep Medic happy somehow, or he might vote in the interests of the people. Now that dog will never vote in the interests of people.
Yeah. Medic. People that don't know who Andy Medic is, he's the guy from the Animal Justice Party in Victoria. So he's in the upper house as well, and he's a bit of a gronk. So, definitely do not vote for him. Which I know most people in this stream, everybody in this stream, certainly would not do that. So, just remember, anyway, we're getting to our story. We're a bit late.
Yes, I was about to say that. Okay, now this is bad for the young guy that it happened to, but it does come to one of those things only in Australia. Jeez. Okay, we'll just bring it up here, and here we go. So we have a very nice spud gun. Used to make these when I was a kid, and to have a lot of fun. These we used to put fireworks in them, skyrockets as well, and you name it, we'd fire it out. Golf balls.
Hey, this one's way more advanced than what we've got, man. This has got a pressure regulator and everything.
Exactly. Or we used to use hairspray in it to set it off and a sparkler, but those days are long gone. So this is from Crime Watch Victoria, which is basically a police praising page down there. Community safety patrols, orange gun arrest in forest. A 24-year-old man has been interviewed for possessing a Category E firearm, for God's sake, located in the Barramundi. Is that it? Yep. And Forest Station Manager, Senior Constable Matthew Roberts said community safety patrols located a male in the company of others with an orange gun. Jesus. An orange gun is classified as a Category E firearm with the ability to kill or seriously injure someone. What? Get some orange juice in your eyes, for God's sake. Senior Constable Roberts said the male was interviewed and will be summoned to attend the Colac Magistrates court. We will make an application to have the item destroyed. Why not just cut it up and use it as your downpiping at home, for God's sake? That's all it is. It's some downpiping.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a regulator. Looks like a little, close off. I don't know what that blue thing is. What's that, like a close off?
Yeah,
is it or something?
That's a water valve. I got those on my tanks and everything.
Yeah. And then what's the little silver part? Maybe that's the sparker, the clicker or something.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, you got to ignite it somehow. So I dare say it was that. Or unless it is one of these. Oh no, he was out of the forest. You can make him. I'm not saying how to make these dangerous downpiping machine guns, but yeah, you can make them by putting your air compressor into it and then releasing it. But they're a bit more high tech, the air compressor ones.
Yeah,
but yeah, unbelievable.
Many years ago, I think they used to put the hairspray or something. Did they? The flammable hairspray through the thing and then take the lid off or whatever they did back in the heyday. Of course, we never did that. We don't do things like that, guys. So just letting you guys know.
I did. I grew up in New Zealand and they were legal to use for kids. We used to make our own crossbows out of dowling and bits of 2x4 and crossbow bolts with 4 nails in the end and shoot them around the show when we were like 10 years old. So yeah, we used to make these every day of the week back in New Zealand. It wasn't a crime. It was just what kids used to do. We used to have firecrackers as well and skyrockets.
Mitchie says doesn't look like an orange gun, but they used to. Yeah, I mean they used to shoot oranges or potatoes and just anything that used to fit in the end. Basically, tennis balls, that was a big one too. The old tennis balls as well.
Yeah, wet sponges at close range as well. We used to do. So yeah, no, lots of fun. But yeah, only in Australia, banned, arrested, going to court over this. What a complete and utter joke. And the comments on the page are just unbelievable.
And Salty said we used a barbecue igniter and hairspray. Yeah, that was the thing. We used to, I know people used to come to. I think we even bought one to school one time, like it was like 25 years ago. And then they used to steal they used to do it at school. They'd steal the clickers off the hot water systems and that, the restarters. And then they'd walk up to the back of your arm and go click, and you go, shit, you know what I mean? Like that's when it used to be a bit of a thing back in the day.
Yeah, now that would be classed as assault.
Probably would. Front toward enemy said that thing looks like a full semi-auto. According to the authorities, yes, it is.
Andy, bait catcher. You can't even have the bait casters. Sorry, you can't even have the bait casters in this country. How pathetic's that? Just unbelievable. Like, what do you guys think of this sort of stuff? When you were kids, it used to have a bit of fun with this. Did anyone lose their eyes? I've never heard of that before, of one of these. Or was anyone out there was killed by a potato?
Yeah.
Pre-1996 that was. Was anyone killed by a potato out of one of these?
I mean, Category E, I don't even know what that is. Let us know in the comments if you guys know what Category E is, but I would assume Category E is prohibited. So technically, you can't even own it. It's like you said, let me get this straight. I can own a real gun, but not this. So just, listen to this. Hey, when they started registering Nerf guns in South Australia, I knew the gloves were off and, well, nothing shocks me. I wouldn't even put this up on the internet. If they were going to confiscate it, I'd just confiscate it, mate. You're not supposed to have that. If that's what they want to do, I don't agree with it, but if that's what they want to do, and that would be the end of it, they just destroy it. Now they've got to get a court order to destroy it. what a joke. It's almost like they're proud of this man, and they're probably getting, you read the comments. I haven't read the comments. No doubt they're getting shredded.
Oh, yeah, they are. People just think they're a complete joke. The cops are a complete and utter joke. This is in Victoria as well, guys. So Danny Andrews' squad is this is what they're spending your taxpayers on money on: lockdowns and downpiping.
Yeah.
So yeah, just
This
what?
one's even got a pressure gauge. I like the old pressure gauge inclusion on that one. It's certainly
True.
very interesting. The ones
That's-
back in the day certainly weren't that exciting or that advanced.
Yeah, we used to have like a sleeve over it as well. You could spray the hairspray in it and pull the sleeve over it, and then light it with a clicker. So that's nothing like a ball valve, a water ball valve, and that's probably what sent them over the edge. Was seeing the pressure gauge in there. Maybe they thought that's how many potatoes it holds. So it could be full auto.
Yeah, either that or that's where you put maybe what it does. You know what it does? Maybe he turns the blue thing so it closes it, right? And then the silver bit at the back, that's where you put the gas in there. And then when you put something in the front, then when you're ready to go, you open it up and then bang, it ignites, and then the gas is sort of released, as soon as you open the blue gauge, then you go bang and then it goes,
Yeah, that's better.
Just keeps it secure, sort of keeps it, keeps the gas in there. And then obviously they read the pressure on the pressure gauge most likely.
That'll be the chamber there. And yeah, you're right. Yeah, fill it up.
Chamber? It's a piece of pipe, dude. Chamber?
Okay, that's a bit of 90 mil downpiping, and this ball valve.
Or plumbing pipe. It's not a downpipe from a thing. It's plumbing pipe.
No, that's downpipe. That's 90 mil downpiping.
Okay, yeah, we got square ones here, square downpipe here, man, not round. Maybe at the bottom where it connects into the sewer or the waste, I guess. But
okay, fuck, you're stuck them back in the 50s. No, this could be like 55 mil. This could be 90 mil, I think. Downpiping wouldn't be 100 mil because that costs quite a bit to buy. So,
Tim Trenton used to use a bag of oranges and use the Spud gun as mortar.
Yeah, geez, man, they were the days. A lot of fun, man. It was great. Used to be able to be a kid and go out and have fun and not worry about being arrested for being a kid, eh?
I mean, illegal. Does anyone know any countries where the old orange or Spud gun is illegal? Let us know in the comments if you keep up on Spud guns and that. I think we'd probably be one of the only ones. Keith Wetton said Cat E in WA includes cannons and paintball, so that's what the category it's basically associated to is. And JR said it's basically like a bazooka according to these guys. Well, yeah, exactly. Cat E is the army from Ben Taz. Oh, is anyone surprised?
Smooth bore cannon, potato cannon. Well, I suppose you could register it, couldn't you?
Well, there's no serial on there. Someone said Cat E, so someone said Cat E is after Cat D. So yeah, much more restrictions because as you go higher in the categories, it gets more restricted, obviously. So yeah, it must be pretty high end, dangerous. The old Spud gun,
Yeah. Here's one here. What is this? It? No, yeah, Mick Becker's. You're right, CG. Cat E allows you to possess, carry, or use handguns that are a machine gun or any handguns prescribed for the purpose of this category. So this is classed as like in the same category as a handgun and a machine gun.
TC fan says Cat E in Queensland is bulletproof vest.
Yeah. And pepper spray. So yeah, any of our overseas friends, we've got a lot of Americans watching as well. What do you think of our awesome gun laws here that so far? You can't have some downpiping with some compressed air in it anymore.
Yeah, Ronnie says AHP goes, the clicker might be classified as a taser. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me these days. It does have an electrical spark, so wouldn't be surprised these days what they'd consider it as. Like I said, when they started the Nerf guns registered, I was like, oh yeah, these days are we surprised? No.
And those, I'll talk about it in a second. Here's Tom's good comment. I'll have the Bunnings barcode on it for a serial number. That's a good one. But yeah, even in Victoria, I've told the story before. In Victoria, the toy cap guns, vintage toy cap guns, are classed as a Category H firearm, a handgun. Just pathetic. Absolutely pathetic.
Yeah, someone goes, oh, it doesn't use that. It uses compressed air. Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you think when you open it, the gases wouldn't be released as fast, would you? You know what I mean? Like,
Depends on
you
the
know,
pressure, but
yeah. Unless you just you fill it up with the pressure, and then you turn the thing, and then when it's ready to go, you just go turn the blue handle, and poof, and it goes out from there.
Yeah, well, the only reason I thought it might not be compressed air is because he's in a forest. You can't lug around a compressor, really. And one of those little car compressors would take forever to get up to a decent amount of pressure for it.
Nah, it'd be not that size. Nah, it'd be all right. That'd do all right. I mean, we can do tires up to, from what, 20 PSI up to 40 or thereabouts, or 38. So it takes a couple of minutes. That'd be very quick to fill up that cylinder. Easy. Wouldn't be too bad anyway.
What do they think of the guy's going to go rob a bank? Hang on, just got to pump her up. Stay still.
Yeah, guys, hang on. Get out the King's compressor from four-wheel drive Supercenter, guys. Get it out. Hang on.
Yep. Griffo. So was he charged for making juice without a permit?
Yes, the only issue is that it was just oranges. He didn't put enough watermelon and enough kiwi fruit.
What about would you get done if you put a strainer sort of thing at the end, and it's like straining juice for it, but it just turns it in a compressed air strainer, and turning into a. But then again, they could think that it's an orange. It turns into an orange shotgun, a 00 buck or something.
Yeah. My main thing is does it create the pulp or not?
Yeah, exactly.
Does it make pulp with it as well? Some people like their juice pulpy. I don't mind the pulp in there. I kind of like that. Gives it a bit of texture. So does it make the pulp as well or no?
I'm sure it'll make the pulp if it hits you, but I think that's a bit of exaggeration when they said it can kill you. I've never heard of anyone being killed by an orange.
Yeah, well, those ones, TC fans, so are you talking about the little red Spud guns you found at the news agencies? Remember those? You used to buy the little red ones. You stick them in the potato, then you pull it, sucks it out, and you go, then stick it in. They'll be illegal soon. TC fan 25. Don't worry.
That's the one. It wasn't a cap gun. That was the one I was telling you about. The guy in Victoria years ago when I was shooting pistol contests. He was a toy collector, and he bought these vintage ones from the US. Cost him about a few $100 each, and they're from the 50s, still in the box. And they were the ones you pushed in. They made it like galvanized pressed steel. You pushed them in and pop, and that went about a meter. The little bit of spud, about a few mils wide. Well, they got it, seized it, ripped one of the packages open, and said you got to get a gun license for this and stamp everyone with a serial number. And he said, well, you owe us about several $100s for the one you opened, because that was this is the last of the mint ones that he could buy, all in the packaging from the 50s. And he ended up having to send them back to the US and get his money back, because he didn't want to get a handgun for a spud gun.
It's just interesting how someone put up like being pneumatically air driven. I mean, it doesn't even have a propellant. I mean, so what? You can't get a tube, put a thing in it, open a thing, and shoot a lemon or an orange. It's just, I don't know. Just maybe this just seems madness to me. But really, actually, why would you put this on the internet? I don't know. Don't know what to say.
There you go. Overland 4-wheel drive takes about 4.5 minutes to pump up my 35s. From 18 PSI to 38 PSI. So, it'll take a long time to pump them up.
Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, here we go. I'm just having to read this one. Just bring up another one for a sec.
Yeah, and here's Crazy 88, bow and arrow, no license acquired and will kill you. Exactly. You can't shoot oranges and spuds, but, you can have a bow and arrow.
Here we go. Bring up this one, Aaron. Bao says, someone said to ban him, but we'll give him benefit of the doubt. Someone says, what is pictured is not, in capital letters, a spud gun. It is a potato gun, also known as a potato cannon, and are lethal, firing a potato 100 meters, or oranges. Okay, well, yeah, I mean,
Okay.
still, I mean, a lot of things are lethal these days, dude. I mean, the government can't save us from ourselves, so and they nor should they. So I don't know. What do you guys think of Bayo Bo's comment? Let us know in the comments. Is he right or is he
Well,
wrong? Let us know.
for one, we're in Australia and we call them spuds. And two, you are a fucking idiot. End of story.
Lethal firing at 100 meters. I mean, a lot of things are lethal these days. So, I mean, next thing I'll be, my slippers, I'll fall down the stairs and I'll ban my slippers,
Yeah, exactly. Well, it should be banned anyway. No grown man should be wearing slippers.
Well, I don't really have slippers, do I? It was a figure of speech.
Nothing would surprise me.
Does it use 100% Australian orange ammo? Well, depends if they're on special, If they're not, no, we'll use the cheap, frozen overseas stuff that's thawed out when it gets here.
Yeah, the Wu flu Chinese stuff.
Well, do you think you guys, let us know in the comments, do you think oranges should be taken off the shelves from consumption? Just because people might use them in this alleged orange gun?
Yeah, exactly. I think we should actually write a letter. First time I'm ever going to say it. We should write a letter to get oranges and spuds banned because they are lethal ammunition. We should get Samantha Lee involved from Gun Control Australia and get vegetables, fruit and veggies banned. If they can kill someone at 100 meters, Jesus, I don't want those in my pantry.
Someone said, fill it with nitrous oxide, then watch it go. Yeah, probably the whole thing probably blow up knowing that luck, you know what I mean? With that, maybe that sort of pressure or something,
Yeah, I know people. I know people tried acetylene from their gas torches.
Yes, but listen, guys, it's not worth you losing your gun license over something like this. So don't even obviously think about even making anything like this. I mean, the good old days are gone in Australia, and they're not coming back, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, here we go. Chris Miller. Nitrous is not flammable.
There you go. Didn't even know.
Yeah. Yep.
Just having a look at some of the comments.
I thought it was flammable on Fast and Furious. They pump it into the car and it makes flames, blue flames, in Fast and Furious, and that's got to be real.
Kieran said Bayo Bo is a troll. He got kicked off the stream a few weeks ago for being a smartass. I don't remember. We don't remember the trolls, guys. We just, once they're banned, we move on and forget about them. They're not worth worrying about. So if he is, well, that's all right. Hopefully he's in the stream. He can let us know. Mr. Wonderful said he's a peanut. Interesting.
Yeah. Bow. Our friend Neil is a potato. Yes, he is. And Chris Miller, Cetatel hairspray, the way to go, 100% rocket fuel. Yeah, that stuff is pretty flammable. It's good to shoot them up as well in the paddock.
Yeah, this is why it'd be good to live in other countries where they support firearms owners. America, I mean, pretty one of the last they got their own troubles as well, but one of the last bastions of freedom. For who remembers their fireworks years ago too? We used to have great nights with fireworks when they were legal back many years ago. Yeah, what a sad state of affairs.
Yeah, exactly.
And Fox 860 said, "Sure, pink fluffy bunny slippers on your tootsies." Well, it'd probably be warm. If I did have those, which I don't, they probably would be a bit warm. So, yeah, why not? A bit of the old fluffy bunny slippers in pink. We'll dye the old hides of a couple of old rabbits out from the bush, yeah.
Gee, I don't even have Ugg boots. Everyone keeps telling me I'm going to get these Ugg boots, but I don't have any. Next minute, they will be charging people for shooting spitballs through their paper straws. Yeah. Once again, nothing will surprise me anymore. And thank you for the donation. Stay frosty.
Just folks say giving my ideas, and they're ideas. Don't worry, they asked to tell they already know what they are anyway. But yeah, what do you do, man? Not much can do.
Jason, you gone real bad.
Sorry, guys, not much I can do right now. I've even plugged it in. It's not running on Wi-Fi. It's direct connection. So sorry, guys, not much I can do this week.
Your voice is sort of coming through. Okay. Where are we? Let's see who else is out there. There we go. Jacob. Demo ranch where he shoots nitrous bottles. It's not flammable. Okay, cool. I did not know that. I did see that video actually, but yeah, I always thought it was flammable because Fast and Furious told me that.
Yeah, true. The M Frelly potatoes are ammunition now, most likely. So hand in all your potatoes, good sir, at your local police station.
Yep.
Well, that's a good question. Someone said TC Fan 25. They still haven't banned fireworks. Shit, where did that go? Disappeared. In NT and Tas yet. Who can confirm that? I know NT, I think you can still buy them. Is that true in Tasmania as well? Let us know in the comments. Do they still do the one night a year thing? That's what we used to do back in the day. Some idiot blew their hand off and blew up a few letterboxes, and all of a sudden, we weren't allowed to do anything anymore, which was, I guess, who remembers those good times? I'm 40 now, so who remembers those good times with your family, having cracker night? You'd have the bungers and scare the shit out of people and, blow up a few bungers, and that was good. The sparklers or the spinning ones. It was a good time.
Yes, we used to have the old Guy Fawkes night back in New Zealand when I was young. Yeah, they were great. But I can't even remember when they banned that over there, or if they even did. I can't remember. But yeah, I've been over here for 25 odd years.
Got one here from Pat again. He was on our stream last week. Pat from California, from West Covina Dodge. He said he goes. I guess he means bow. He goes, he might be your only thumbs down. Possibly. But leads us to one thing. Hit a thumbs up for the live stream, guys. If you haven't yet, hit that live thumbs up. I should say. Got a bit tongue tied then, and subscribe to Aaron's channel.
Yeah, we're itching towards that 10,000 subscribers. Geez, I didn't think it'd take this long to get my 12,000 subscribers back after the channel was taken down last year. But it's been a year and a half and still haven't done it. So we're so close now, guys. Let's make this week the week that we crack the 10,000.
Epic Flyer said, am I coming through okay? He said Jason's internet ended up being the Spud gun ammo.
Yeah.
And I've turned into a robot. Is it okay? Is it moving or no good? Bad? Is it good again?
Now it's fine. Yeah, you're clear.
Oh, okay. I don't know what's happened. These bastards from TPG, curse their souls, man. They never provide me good quality internet.
Deplorable Oz. My son dressed up as Peter Pan for a book week and had an 8-inch long foam sword from Kmart, and the miserable teachers confiscated it from him when he walked through the gate at age 7.
Boo.
What an absolute joke. There we are. We're paying these muppets to teach our children. Fill their head with garbage. Unbelievable.
Yeah, hey, maybe he's right. Mr. Wonderful said, unplug your Xbox. And I said, well, wouldn't matter anyway if something was updating on that anyway, because I've unplugged the Ethernet cable out of the Xbox and put it in the computer. So I don't think it'd be updating. I don't have a Wi-Fi connection on that, so it wouldn't be doing anything. That's not making any difference. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. What have we got here?
Don't forget to register your potatoes from Dat Dank Bloke and hand in your oranges and your orange trees.
In the US, you can own a black powder cannon without regulation. Yes, you can. Unfortunately, we cannot do that here. We got to get a license and shoot it on a farm, basically.
Yeah, I know. What's it? I said here too. Ben and Lapworth, Guy Fawkes. Yeah, my mate goes to America. That might be the one you're talking about. I'm not sure, but he goes to the US and they have a big weekend of big cracker night and day. There's heaps of people that turn up. They put on all these nighttime shows and they blow stuff up during the day. It's like really huge, man. Might be the one you're talking about, but yeah, he hasn't been for a couple of years due to what's going on around the world. But, yeah, he used to go like every single year, loved it. Then he'd go to Knob Creek machine gun shoot at the same time, or sometimes he'd go twice a year. So that's what he said to me, telling me last week about that. He said, man, if I can't get the guns here, I've got to spend the money and go over to the US and enjoy my freedoms, a couple of times a year when he gets the opportunity. And,
Yeah. Why would you? I would not holiday in Australia ever again. It was all overseas, and it'll be America when finally we can travel, because they're hiking all the prices up here, wanting us to holiday in Australia. That costs us an arm and a leg. People can't afford your ridiculous rates here in Australia to go on holiday anymore. Here we go, Bobo. I did give a like this time. Well, you should
Well,
be getting
thank
it
you,
like
Bo.
every.
Go.
Should be doing it every time.
Yes. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt, Bobo, or Bo. I can't even say it. Bobo. Let's just call him Bobo. Bobo sounds way better. Bobo Cop. We'll call him Bobo Cop. But no, but seriously, we like your input. We're just taking the piss. If you're being a bit silly, well, we don't know that you're being a bit silly, but we'll just take it as, what's that movie? What was that movie? The 40-Year-Old Virgin, Kevin Hart. He goes, I don't know what you're saying, but I'm going to take it as disrespect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if we're mellowing out in an older age, normally we'd just ban you, but now we just cruise.
Yeah, we give you the benefit of the doubt, Bobo. Bobo Baggins. I'm going to call him Bobo Baggins.
Yeah, I've actually got to getting back to the story. I've got to buy about 300 meters of 90 mil downpiping soon. So do I got to lock that up in the safe or
Yes.
anything?
Yes.
They
Yes,
come
you
in
do.
6 meter lengths. I don't know what to do. And I'm getting attachments that can go 90 degrees, so it'd be like one of those corner shooting guns.
Here we go. Bobo's back again. He goes, think they love me? Question mark. Not sure what that means. We love you, Bobo. If you Google potato gun, there is heaps there, including building instructions, and they look like fun. Guys should have just got a you can't do that. Well, common sense from Bobo Baggins, common sense. Thank you for being realistic now, mate. We really appreciate that.
Cube, use mashed potatoes. It's like napalm.
You get it out of that packet. What's that packet? The old Deb instant potato.
Yep, Deb. Yep, love the old Deb.
Yes, and Harps 666. Jason's internet has Wuhan. Yes, it definitely does right now. Hey, if you can supply me a satellite internet for free, I'll take it. No problem.
Yep. Yeah. So definitely interesting, guys. So let us know as well. What don't say reloading. We've done all the reloading stuff to death. What other topics do you want us to talk about out there when there's nothing on the weeks where there's no actual major news articles to talk about? We were going to talk about the big massacre in the UK from a legal gun owner this week, but we're just trying to collect a bit more information on it before we do. But
here we go. Here's a good one while Aaron's saying that. Dank bloke. Have you guys ever shot a full auto before? I don't think I have. No, not when I was in the US. I know I shot some bunch of semi-autos. I've had some semi-autos, pump shotgun. But
what about in the army?
I don't think I have.
In the army?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, but you didn't shoot that. Sorry, you're right. Yeah, I've totally forgot about that, to be honest. Yeah, but it wasn't something you did. That was rare. I even think we only did that once. Hey, I will tell you a quick funny story. We're doing training in the army, right? So you have the select fire. So you're down on the mounds, and most people aren't shooting. You only got 5 or 6 at a time. So we're back under this shed, and you see a pop. It's all not like normal. People just practicing and testing. Then all of a sudden you hear pop, 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 pop. Put the gun down. This guy must have flicked it over to full auto. Oh, man, it was hilarious, eh? Put the gun down. Get up the back now. You're finished. I mean, it was the funniest thing we've ever. It wasn't me, obviously. It was someone else. But we're turning around going, what the hell? Like, we're probably 50 meters away under this shed. Funniest thing we've ever seen. And he comes, but I go, what'd you do? He's, I just flicked it on full auto for a bit of fun. Oh, man, they were not impressed. They were not impressed, I tell you. I can't even remember which guy it was. But definitely happened. And it definitely makes a difference. Like pop, then brrr,
Well, why shoot semi-auto when you can go full retard? There's just no, common sense. You just go full retard when you're training just for a bit of fun.
But they were telling you too, don't do that. Like, just make sure you're on single fire only, semi-automatic. You're trying to get down range to get your accuracy, and then they can't train 70 at one time. Then they'd call the next group down, and then oh man, it was hilarious. I'll never forget. I'll never forget that day. I'll never forget that day. I got a couple of more stories. Maybe I'll share them down the track too.
Yes. What else are we talking? Here we go. Brendan Davies. Topic for some time. Political info. Who should we be throwing our vote at? We've talked about that before. What we have left, which is bugger all, and how can we even hope for suppressors and Cat A and B on Cat A and B someday? We're never going to get any of this stuff. No one fights for us, really, apart from the NSC. I just don't think we're going to end up with anything. You look at Bridget McKenzie, the Queen Fud. She was on your show saying we're going to go for suppressors. What, 2 years ago? Nothing's happened, is it?
That was by the end of last year. Yeah, unfortunately, it didn't happen. And but I took it with a grain of salt. Unfortunately, I mean, yeah. Listen, I keep saying to people in the intermediate, head overseas. Well, you can't right now, but when you can, and if you can, and it's not going to cost you a fortune, head overseas to enjoy your freedoms in places like America. I mean, even though under Ardern in New Zealand, at least you can still own some guns on there, pump shots, semi-auto shotguns, suppressors, and then if life dictates to relocate. Again, it all depends on how important this is to you. Obviously, it's important to us as well, but we've got jobs. Aaron's got his property set up, and he's building a few things he's got coming up, and so forth. And some people are set in stone. People got families, so it really is. How important is it to you? If it's just you can handle it a couple of times a year to go overseas and you can afford it, do that. If you can't, well then, unfortunately, you're stuck here. If you can't relocate, well then you're definitely stuck. But most people aren't willing to move, unfortunately, out of their country of origin. So due to work commitments, financial commitments, moving all their gear. I don't know, guys. I really don't know what the answer is again. We brought this on ourselves, unfortunately, but the people that are out there doing the good things need your financial support. They can't do it alone. So the organisations, like NSC, join them up, try, give them some support, throw a few dollars at them, if you can afford it.
Yes, definitely. Alex says, be good to talk about different spots around the country where there's good hunting. Well, I've only ever hunted on private land here in Queensland. That's the only place I've ever hunted. Over here, that is, in Queensland. So it's on private property.
Peter said more army stories. I've got some good ones, and I've got some good ones, but they're not. And one of them isn't shooting related, but that was hilarious too. Maybe I'll share that one next week. I found it funny. You might not, but yeah, we had a bad corporal in our normally there's 3 corporals with that training. You got 1, 2, and 3. So we were at the end of the barracks, I guess you might say, and he really didn't want to be there. He wanted to be over in Timor at the time, and yeah, his missus was in Townsville, and he just fucking hated being there. So he just made our lives extremely difficult. And we were doing some firearm-related stuff, and he flipped out. So I might share that one next week, possibly.
Yep, definitely. JR, oops, I nearly forgot to donate tonight. Thank you very much, JR. And here's a good one.
Matt Cato
fled to Texas after the cops nicked his rifleman Riverman rifle.
Yep.
Jeez.
And just take it easy, guys. I want to say one thing too. Just in general, everyone's going through hard times now. It's stressful. I get it. Just take it easy. Think twice. Relax. Don't get upset about things you can't control. I had about a couple of mates. Again, we talked about the relationship stuff a couple of weeks ago. A couple of guys I've known very well throughout the years, have lost their gun licenses, bogus AVOs and things like this. And, it's just a lot of people are getting nicked for their guns at the moment, not as in stolen, as in, they haven't got a level head in times where they should be level headed. Not that they've done anything wrong, but like I said, you just got to keep calm, live to fight another day. Don't do anything silly. Firearms are important. And I was telling Aaron just on the phone earlier, I got a mate that's lost his guns, unfortunately, and doesn't look like getting him back anytime soon. So, he wants to give a couple to me. So whilst that's appreciated, giving me a couple of his guns for nothing and free, I'd rather be able to go out hunting with these guys instead of getting their guns, and giving their guns to me. So, to keep and to, for me to continue on the legacy of sort of shooting their guns. But just take it easy, guys. Follow the laws. Just we can't change it right now. Just want to give guys a heads up and, sort of bring it back down a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember doing a job for a police officer plastering his house years ago. And he was into shooting. We were talking about it. And I said, shame about the semi-autos, blah, blah, blah. Be nice to have him back. And he just said, well, all you shooters need to just realise and get used to. You just got to make good of what we allow you to have. Like, Jesus, what the police allow us to have. That's what he was getting at.
I mean, people in Australia right now, like I'm embarrassed at this point, our family would have, back in that, even probably up to the 80s, it was great to live in Australia. Yeah, times were tough and that, but, according to our parents and so forth, they did it tough, trying to provide for their kids. And, and these days, man, our army soldiers ran up on beaches to be killed for this woke crap we've got today. Can you imagine if they were like here now and looked at what we've become? Like, I had a mate the other day, he goes, from America, he goes, should I move to Australia? I said, God, no. Come for a holiday, sure. See the sights, go to the beaches. Maybe if you're lucky, we might be able to organise somehow a permit or something where you can come with us. I don't know how that would even work. Do that. But, I said, mate, to live here, God, no. Stay over there. Sure, yeah, some conditions are better, but if you love freedom and guns and hunting and fireworks and this sort of stuff while we can hunt here, stay in America, dude. Don't even think about it. God, no. Don't come here.
Yeah, exactly. Cube, boys, can I sponsor your backgrounds? How do you want to do that? So let us know.
Big demand, $50,000. Thank you.
Top dollar.
Yeah, and if you can afford it, $100,000.
Yeah, yep, exactly. Turn this into a full-time job, man. The content we could make would be awesome.
Yeah, Aaron does the thing. I've got my John Wick poster because I've always been a big fan of John Wick, but yeah, sure, Aaron can put something up in the background. It shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, easy.
Rodriguez says, I'm going to retire in the States. Yeah, a lot of people are moving out. Yeah, absolutely. If you can afford it, you can get citizenship. Why not? Houses, if you've already got a house and you've already got your thing, as you know, houses in cities, our cities are quite expensive. You go to Arizona, down, where's Hootie from? Down Tennessee. Mate, you're buying great properties, man. You sell your property, what you're buying over there. Sure, the dollar's not going to be as good, but mate, 600, if you had most houses in Sydney are not under $1 million. If you had $1 million in, say, 10 years, you sold it for $1 million in 10 years, you could, mate, that's what, let's say it's $800K US. Mate, you're buying you're buying acreage, a hunting property with that sort of thing in an area. You're buying all the guns you want. So, it's certainly got some appeal to it, that's for sure.
I looked at a place in Texas online. There was 50 acres with like a 7-bedroom mansion, massive swimming pool, spa pool in Texas, and it went for $400,000 US. You would pay literally millions of dollars for this property over here. Fully fenced, 50-acre ranch.
All right. Here we go. Steve Balakas, one of our regulars. No, we're going to have to ban you, Steve. He said, vote 1 for Aaron and the Shooting Stuff Australia party. No.
It would be.
I'll tell you what, Aaron would be like that guy. If you want to look at a funny video, go look up Deputy Gogarty, Gogarty, Deputy Gogarty. Just type in that name on YouTube. He was actually, I think, a Greens guy. Doesn't matter about what his affiliations are, but he was in Ireland and he told this guy in Parliament to basically F off in Parliament. It was the funniest thing you'll ever watch. Yeah, go watch it, Deputy Gogarty. To this other guy, he goes, with all due respect, F you. Keep saying it too.
Well, it would be no masks ever and full autos for everyone. That would be my policies.
Let's see if I can read out some more comments, Aaron.
Yep. What we got here? Texas may turn blue. Only move to a deep red state. I don't know if it would. They came close only because a lot of Democrats left their shitholes, but they're not liking how right wing it is down there now. So I wouldn't think Texas would turn, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, let me just I'm just going to take control of this one. I want to share this one. Yeah. I think you're going to like it where it is at share screen. Just want to watch this quick one before we finish off. Where is it? Chrome tab. Yeah, it's this one. All right, I'm going to watch this, guy. Is that coming up, Aaron?
Yep, bring her on.
All right, hang on. So you guys have got that. So here we go. This is the one. Listen to this one. Take it off thing.
I respected your sincerity. I'd ask you respect mine. Well, all due respect, in the most unparliamentary language, fuck you, Deputy Stag. Fuck you. I apologise now.
That's where you had a massive go at him, man. How good's that in Parliament, man? How good's that?
Oh, and look, I would actually watch Parliament if our politicians acted like that.
How good's that, man? It's the funniest. I think it was in Ireland, wasn't it? Ireland or Scotland, one or the other, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is no good. Deplorable. Oh, as aircraft engineer, 15 years in the same company and now losing my job. Very sorry to hear that, buddy. Very sorry to hear that. Not good.
Not good. I know a lot of people, that's what I said, a lot of people feel helpless at the moment with these tyrant premiers, Gladys, Dan, McGowan, Palaszczuk, or Palachuk, I always call her. It's just terrible, guys. Don't forget, Labor and Liberal aren't any different. If we had a spectrum of, say, let me get on camera. If we have a spectrum of this much, right, Labor and Liberal are right next to each other. I mean, there's pretty much no opposition in Victoria. Victorian Liberals would do the exact same thing that Daniel Andrews is doing. And they're all being dictated to, at least in New South Wales, by Scott Morrison. So he's turned into a weak piece of shit flip-flopper. No idea what he's doing. He's failed. That's why your ratings are in the toilet. And, I hope they get shit canned in the next election. But guess what? It's the left and right foot of the same body. Then you just get Labor. So vote anyone but the major parties. No Greens, no Nationals, no Liberals, no Labor. Easy.
Yep. And if they supported the lockdowns and face nappies in any way or form, definitely no. That's for sure.
Yeah. We won't go too far into this one because we don't want to say anything we shouldn't, but it says Qantas has now mandated vaccines. Well, all probably me and Aaron will probably agree with this. Look who's running Qantas. That's all I'll say. Look who's running Qantas.
Yeah. No, I would not. I won't fly Qantas. Well, basically because I'm not going to get some poison into me unless, they're talking about full restrictions on freedoms. No shop, basically going to no shops, no movies, no bars, restaurants, no flights, no overseas travel. And our premier has said, unless you're not double jabbed, you do not come into Queensland.
Yeah. That's probably what's going to matter. Matt Abella says, Jace, they can't make everyone happy. Well, that's true, but the opposition party is there to be a reasonable opposition. As much as I can't stand Jackie Lambie from Tasmania, she was giving Labor an absolute shellacking in Parliament. I think it was within the last week or last 2 weeks, going off, and had to agree with her. I don't agree with her on her politics. I like her policy in regards to soldiers and the army and so forth. Don't like a policy on guns, obviously, which is not existent for us. But, I mean, where's the Liberal Party in Victoria, for Christ's sake? They don't even exist. I don't even know the opposition leader's name, and I know most of them around the country. I don't know Victoria because no one knows who the friggin' hell they are.
Yeah. And there's Colin Penfold in Sydney. Tradies are being forced to get the jab. Yeah, it's a damn shame because I can tell you now, those tradies are the big commercial ones that I used to do, and man, I tell you that we used to be on filthy money when I used to do high-rise work and build high-rise buildings. And if they said to you, got to get the jab or your money's cut off, you remember a lot of these guys are making about $3,000 a week. That's a lot of money to turn down.
That means they've lost over 20 grand so far. And Matt makes a good point here. He says the clowns protesting and making it work. This is the thing, right? The government in New South Wales, before we go, is saying, people aren't doing the right thing. That's why things are getting worse. It's all crap, man. It's all crap. They can't provide one single case of an outdoor transmission of this virus, right? So when they start blaming people, it's just to take the inadequacies off themselves. Don't fall for it, man. Don't fall for it. I got mates that I know that are sane people, and they go, but people aren't doing the right thing. I go, stop listening to Gladys every day. It's crap. Absolute garbage. You know what I mean? Like people, they say it long enough, people start believing it. It's people doing the wrong thing. That's why we're still in lockdown. That they make these excuses for their utter failures in being able to reduce 9 weeks later, and it's higher than it's ever been. How long is this going to go on for? It's absurd, man. So don't fall for it, dude. Just don't fall for the crap they're spitting out to you. It's rubbish.
Yeah.
Anyway, That's it, man. We're right on. I think we'll do a couple more. Then we'll finish off.
We'll finish off here with a super chat. Thank you very much, Dave Frosty. I had an F89 cook-off in summer at the range. Shot the 3-round burst and ate the whole 150-round belt. None of us thought about ripping the belt link out. Why would you? Just let it run its course and enjoy it. Just strap on and enjoy the ride of the whole 150 rounds. So, yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for the donation. And thank you for everyone joining us tonight. It's been fantastic. It's always a good night. I hope this brings a little bit of enjoyment to your week and your lockdown. So I hope everyone stays safe and positive over the next week. And we will bring you another live stream in 7 days' time. So thank you very much, guys. Take care. And we'll see you next week.